Bit nervous. These speeches and these people are just incredible. So my name is Martin Morales. I'm the founder of Ceviche. I've been asked to talk a little bit about the power of clear leadership. These are some of the people that I've worked with before. I'm Peruvian, but I'm also half English, and I came here when I was 11. And through my career, I've worked, making tea for different people, starting off as an assistant, to working for the co-op, to being a waiter, a barman, then a DJ, then producing events. The first event that I did, one of the first events, was called the Global Kitchen, where I DJ'd and cooked at the same time, and I called myself DJ Chef. Ridiculous, but, people still want it back. It's strange. I worked with Steve Jobs. I was headhunted by iTunes to help start iTunes Europe. I was working before that, so that was an incredible experience. There was 4 of us that started that, and we didn't know what was going to happen after that, but it just blew up, which is crazy. Before that, I worked just here. I used to have an office here, running a small record label for EMI, and I signed this girl, Katie Tunstall. No one wanted to sign her. No one wanted to sign. They said that she was the wrong age, the wrong side of 25. I thought she was incredible. She had 120 songs, and I just thought, God, we could make 4 albums with her. So I used to work in music. I used to work a little bit in TV and media, and with Katie, we did really well. I worked with Joss Stone and a few others, but I also brought James Blunt here and The Darkness, and we couldn't sign those because my boss thought they were rubbish as well, but they did okay. But I've always worked in culture. I've always preferred culture to, I guess, pop, or mainstream in a way. So culture is within me. I'm Peruvian, so that's why I've always loved that, and I've always loved cooking since the age of 9. I worked with Miley Cyrus. I was at Disney, and a few of these other guys, Michael, Ferran Adrià, and also with the Muppets. We made a video with Bohemian Rhapsody and the Muppets. You might remember that. I was partly responsible for that. But all of that was brilliant, but I had this burning ambition, as Richard said, for just really relating to my own culture. And this goes to you guys. Find something that you absolutely love, that fits into your DNA, fits into your background, fits into your passion. Because, some of the guys here have said, you're going to have to live with it all the time, 24 hours a day, and hopefully, maybe, for the rest of your life, or maybe for the next 5 years until you sell up, if that's what you do. But I just wanted something, actually, to live with for a long time. And I just thought, what would be the perfect fit? And what do I love? And I've been talking about creating a restaurants business, a culture, an arts business for a long time. So when I finally did it, my friends said, we always knew we were going to do that. So it was wonderful. So that's what we did. And with the aim of becoming really the ambassadors of Peruvian culture and Peruvian cuisine and Peruvian creativity, because no one was doing it. There was a gap there that was hurting me, not being able to get great food in this wonderful city that's known for great gastronomy and great restaurants. Why isn't there what I think is one of the most incredible cuisines in the world? And lots of creativity coming from Peru. So that frustrated me, and I thought, we need to do something about it. So that time ago, beautiful slide, thank you. That time, it looked better on my laptop, right? No, but that was 2012, right? Yeah, no, well, yeah, because you're kind of leaning that way, yeah? So that was 2012, and we started to do pop-up restaurants. Through my Twitter, at Martin Ceviche, I started to say, who cares about Peruvian food? And people were saying, Peru, Beirut, where are you from? Where's that? Latin America? Do you wear a poncho? Do you only eat guinea pig? I was like, no, there's more to it, just Google it, or come and see us, I'll tell you more through Twitter. So people started following us bit by bit, until we did a supper club at my house. All kinds of chaos ensued, but it worked slightly. And then a pop-up restaurant, and then 2 or 3. And through those, I started to think, I could raise maybe finance. Would people care through that? And they did, bit by bit. But it was difficult. Raising finance was really, really, really hard. And it wasn't until the moment that I sold my house and left my job and put everything into it like a nutter, wife and 2 kids, she really loves me, and said, look, I'm going to put my balls on the line, and I'm going to make this happen. And as Richard said, you know, I'm going to be an unstoppable train, and something will happen, because I believe in this. It's positive. It's good for the world. Our food is fresh. It's healthy. It's delicious. And you guys need to have some of it, you know? And so that's what we did. And I'd met other people along the way that had inspired me like that. Katie Tunstall was one of them. I just knew that she would be either a mainstream artist or a cult artist, but she'd always have a career because she's super talented. And I thought there was some similarities in that as well. So, and it's funny, at that time, there was a lot of people saying no as well. Investors, I pitched about 300 times to 300 people, sometimes in group form, not all the time. And it took about 8 months to find £1 million. And you don't know if it's going to happen or if you're going to get it. But every time that they say no, even after several goes, it's a punch in the stomach that hurts so bad. But you pick yourself up and you kind of just really go for it. You know, you just go, no, I really believe in this. But you listen and you learn from them and you think, why have they said no? Have they got something that's right in why they're saying no? And you tweak what you're doing, if it's just your presentation or if it's just your product. It could be all, or if it's just the team that you've got together for that purpose. So those are a few of the things that, you know, that I think were really important at the time. And I was here as well at Dot Kitchen. And I came here one night through that period just to check out the Dot Kitchen to do my research. I did a hell of research, all restaurants that I could. I called loads of chefs and restaurateurs and really did a hell of a lot of research. But I came here to check it out, to check out the menu, to steal the menu. I steal all kinds of menus. I'm a kleptomaniac. I've got a huge collection of menus. And I bumped into A.A. Gill. I'd never met the guy. I knew what he looked physically. And I said, oh, I'm thinking of doing a Peruvian restaurant. What do you think? He said, well, as long as it's not like that Mexican shit. And I was like, blimey, that's a bit racist, you know, and a bit short-sighted. Mexico and Peru are miles away. And I've lived in Mexico for a year, so I know how beautiful their cuisine is as well, but how different it is. You know, it's miles apart. So I thought, gosh, we've got so many prejudices to really break through. At least we've got a sort of a blank canvas, so that was good. Being first in market has always been part of what I've been involved in the past, and that was crucial for this time as well. And that is exciting, but it also means that you have to write your own story, which is wonderful, but you have to really push even harder because there's no one else, there's no other reference point, you know? So, you know, because investors were saying, well, there's no 10,000 Peruvian restaurants, so you don't know if it's going to happen. So you have to prove it all the time. But yeah, but that was 2012, and that's sort of now. Really incredible sales, which were beyond our belief, which is just kind of luck, but brilliance at the same time. We try and put it together. We try and make it work. We work really, really hard. We work on the detail. We put everything into it. Good customers, you know, database. Anyway, the list goes on. We're doing really, really well. And that's Ceviche in Soho. And here's a little, it should have some sound. Used to work in rock and roll. Give us some sound. Welcome to Ceviche. We're in the heart of Soho, right where we are. And we're going to take you inside Ceviche to show you a little bit about what we do. So come with me. So here we are at Ceviche. We're getting ready for a busy, busy night. The guys are prepping downstairs in the kitchen. So that's a bit about the place that we love and run called Ceviche in Soho. The press really were very warm towards us because food bloggers and others, hello food bloggers, and others started following us and gave us their support. We're so grateful for that, and so did press. And you know, we became a good story to write about because they could see the credibility behind this, the honesty behind this, and the quality that we were doing. Last month, we had our best sales month ever, so very pleased with that. We've released a book that's gone in the top 10 with no TV, which is amazing. We did a pop-up restaurant to launch it, pop-up restaurant tour, front cover and 6-page feature of the Independent magazine. The tour sold out. We did a pop-up restaurant tour around the UK. It's never been done before. Innovation, innovation, innovation all the time. Be first in market. And that was incredible. Great, tons of research, tons of love from people, us going to them and giving them the experience in another part of the country. And they were like, thanks for coming to us. And it was beautiful. And we could meet our customers. We've got a small company doing catering. We do cooking masterclasses. We do events. And we've also got a record label. I used to work there in music, so I thought this would be beautiful. All about Peru, vintage music that you can't find or new artists. And we really enjoy it. And it doesn't make huge money, but we think it's really interesting and fascinating and great for our customers, great for us as a team. We're also hugely involved in Amantani, a charity that we support. I've been a trustee before I started Ceviche. Amantani, check it out, please, amantani.org.uk. And it's an incredible project based in the UK, but that helps children in Peru. And that's also part of our DNA. We give something back. I was born to an Andean mother. I could be very, very poor right now because there's a lot of very poor children in the Andes. I was lucky enough that my Andean mother found an English father who gave me an opportunity outside of that. So I feel very, very grateful to be here today, and I owe it to those guys to really kill for it, to make a career or make a good life or a happy life for everyone around me and myself. That's just in the last 18 months. There's a lot more to come, and we're only just starting because I came at this late. I'm 40 now, and I've got a lot of stories, a lot of passion, a lot of ideas, and a lot of history that I want to bring forward and present to you guys and other people. So hopefully you'll come and see us at Ceviche and maybe buy our book, etc. The power of clear leadership is what I've been asked to talk about. Hopefully that's given you some insight, but have a strong purpose. We've talked about that before. We have a strong mission, to bring and enrich the lives of people around the world with this wonderful Peruvian culture and music and food and gastronomy. So that's our purpose. And also give something back through Amantani. So there's some great clear messages there. Share goals with the rest of the team, successes as well as learnings. We're learning through this process. We're not perfect, but we're constantly tweaking and evolving and learning. Treat people as individuals. We mentioned we've got to be human about this. I'm lucky enough that I can hire people that I can see in the eye and just kind of, hopefully, professionally, we become friends in a way, And hopefully as you grow, that will need to change and evolve as you grow bigger if you need more people. But we try and work with each other in our team to just make sure we all get on and we kind of see what everyone wants. Richard's probably much more eloquent about those kind of things than I am, as he mentioned before, but it's completely true. Lead by example. So I put my neck out and I put everything on the line, and that kind of proves a bit about that. But for example, the second or third week after we opened, we've had some cool people come to see us. We're in the heart of Soho, across from Ronnie Scott's. And, Kate Moss or Matthew Williamson or, I don't know, who was in, Tiny Temper was in the other. It's just these cool people come and they love our restaurant. Yoko Ono was in one night, the first couple of weeks. I served her a pisco sour, and the next half an hour, it was pissing it down with rain. And there was a leak in the roof, so I had to go up there and clean the drains out. So 1 minute I'm shaking hands with Yoko Ono, the next I'm kind of using my hands to clean the drains out, which was not the most glamorous thing to do, but that is kind of, I guess, leading by example, just getting stuck in and doing it and showing the team that you can get involved in all kinds of things. Be the first ambassador, know your stuff. So, yeah, I wasn't an absolute expert on cuisine. I'm a cook and not a chef. But I'm respected among the chef community because of the knowledge that I have on our cuisine, and I'm becoming more and more of an expert. I give master classes all over the place right now. I've written a book about it with our team, and hopefully I'm that ambassador. Hire true believers. Steve Jobs always told me that. Hire true believers, people that really believe in what we're doing. So when I hire people, I've hired someone recently, I look at them in the eye, I look at Maria in the eye, and just say, do you really want this? Why do you want this? And this is very special to us, So can I trust you with it, And so we hire true believers. Build a team. It ain't about one person. It ain't about big egos. It's about a team, and all of those other things just stay outside. This is a teamwork. We're not going to succeed if we're not got people involved, whether it's investors or or your team itself in-house working on this day in, day out to make it a success and everyone being happy. Always innovate. I always think of businesses, you're never steady. You're either going up or you're going down. So, innovation is so important, even if you do that. If you have some failures, but you're always kind of doing something that is new and interesting. And because I have as a subject Peru, not many people know about it. So it's a great canvas to kind of bring new things and just say, look, this is new from there. And that's exciting, and that helps with innovation. So again, the restaurants, we're going to do another restaurant at the end of the year that's going to be innovative and new and different as well to the restaurant in Soho, and present a new menu. I'm working on that right now with our team. And then one message, one vision, one mission. Sounds like a Queen song, I think. But those guys are cool as well. So just be very, very clear. The proposition must be clear. So a lot of my team sometimes, particularly other chefs, are like, well, why can't we go this way or that way? And it's like, yes, but if we have a clear proposition to customers, they will know what we're about much more clearly. There'll be no switch-offs, as I've always called it in business. There'll be no switch-offs. If there are switch-offs or doubts, then it takes longer. I remember speaking to Richard about your orange juices once upon a time, and they didn't get it quite right the first time because things didn't line up. There was some routes coming out of it, some different routes that you were going, that the customer was going through when they were looking at this particular product. And that's what we try and do at Ceviche, just kind of keep the message quite simple, although when you come into our lovely, beautiful world, our restaurant, you can experience other things, and it's not shoved in your face, but it's quite clear what you're going there for, and then we excite you and turn a few other things into magic that you didn't know you were going to get, so the unexpected happens. So that's really it, I think. Thank you very much for allowing me this time with you.